TestWord Teachers Tea Room. Here, you will learn useful tips on how to teach with TestWord textbook to achieve the learning objectives in the curriculum. Join us for today's session on what is school administration.
You still didn't answer my question, Dr. Dora. I said we have seen instances, and believe me, there are many, where the administrators are not educationists. What would you advise such people to do?
It's very simple. Go back to school and take courses in education. Dr. Ndukwe just said it now, that her first degree is in the social sciences. But by the time she started getting work that had to do with education, she decided to take a PhD in education. So it is very simple. And I think the government is going that way now. You know, before, as long as you have a degree, you can just decide, if you have not gotten any good job that you want, you can decide to just go to any school to go and teach. You want to use that school as a stepping stone. But now, maybe because of the unemployment situation, if you don't have either a degree in education or a diploma in education, you are not now going to be employed.
We're going to be looking at so many issues, but now I just quickly want to say my own answer: step aside, employ a qualified administrator. And if you're still interested, go and seek a degree in education. Having said all of that, I want to look at the finances and the school now, because this is a major aspect that can make or mar a school. I know a school where the woman will confide in me, I make a lot of money. But since I started running this school, my husband has refused to do what he should do. So we just take money from the school and keep spending, and teachers are suffering. The finances of the school, what should it be like? Should the administrator herself pay her own salary and take off her eyes? What exactly should it be like? Let's start from you. We're all going to talk.
Well, don't forget, what I run is a publishing firm, not a school. Yeah, so for every business, finance is the life wire of the business. Now, for me, in the publishing sector, I see myself as an entrepreneur. So I have a separate accounts department that runs the expenses and takes care of the inflows. All the incomes are inflows from all sources, and settles the expenses. And expenses, the administrator's expense is also an expense. So you have to tabularize or itemize those things you spend money on and make it official, so that the company can take care of it directly. You also have to earn your own remuneration, so that you don't have to dip your hand into the company's purse all the time. So, yes, the school finance, you are in charge of it, you determine what to be spent, but you are expected to be prudent and step aside. You know, it's a different entity from yourself. So, your bills come up in the school budget. Whatever you have to do, it must be in the budget. You must be disciplined enough to follow your own budget. That way, whatever expense is not authorized is not done. So that is my own suggestion.
Dr. Falaka, yes?
My own suggestion is, as the administrator, you can get an expert, either an accountant or somebody that has either a degree or somebody that has a degree in accounting. That can also help, because you can't be the administrator and at the same time be the financial director or the financial administrator, because you may not even know much about accounting and everything. So I think it is better you employ an expert. And then talking about the administrator paying himself or herself, yet it is very, very important that you pay yourself. Also, give salary to yourself. It's like somebody, if you have let's say you have a tailoring in outfits and you are using your house, you must also take the rent. Assume that you are a tenant in your own house, so the rent will also be paid for. It is after you have done all this that you will know whether you are making a profit or not. If you are using your own house and you are not paying rent and you are not removing it from whatever you have, you can't be sure that you are making profit. So, and a financial person, expert, should be employed. Thank you.
We are all going to talk. My own take is this: as a school administrator, don't ever see yourself as a rich person. Give yourself salary and know that when that salary is finished, it is finished. That way, you can control yourself and your family. I earn 300K. Sweetheart, whatever you need to do, wait for next salary. You must be disciplined enough to follow your own budget. Otherwise, you will wreck your school. You will not be able to grow. And before you know it, parents are pulling out their words. Not the one that they'll bring Ashebi to the accountant. Accountant, no way. The watchword here is discipline. I've seen a lot of schools who they have the tendency to be big. But because the people who run them cannot control, they're not disciplined to control themselves when it comes to money, the school will run down. Okay?
Thank you very much. Another thing, when we're talking about discipline or employing professionals for the accounting segment, if as the administrator you don't give the professional the room to operate, he has the expertise, give him room to operate. That means you should subject your own desires when it comes to finance. That's not your area of expertise. Even if it is, you have given him an assignment to do, he should make the enterprise profitable. Right. And part of his assignment is to ensure that funds are not just used for what is not within the budget. And even if it is justifiable, then you have to plan separately for that. So not just that at every swing you call for finance to be brought in. There's no emergency. Even if there's an emergency, you have the process of doing things. There must be accountability. Accountability to the parents. Of course, you don't. It's not as if you take your balance sheet and show them. I mean, they are not the ones. They are not in the board, but you must be accountable, and part of it is being disciplined. Subjecting yourself. Is a difficult thing for quite a number of them. Subjecting themselves to the control of somebody else. Because you may say, were you there when I started the school? But he has an assignment to do. And if you want him to be to earn his wage, his salary, then give him room to do it. And like you were saying, if you earn a certain amount, whatever you cannot take care of should wait for the next salary.
That's right.
Except if you are taking a salary advance. And then the salary advance should be clearly stated that it's a salary advance and deducted from the next salary. And if you, the head of school, the owner of school, keeps taking a salary advance every time, I wonder what you want your staff to do.
Yes, I want to add credence to all that has been said. That is the right way to go. Beyond that, if you are a school administrator or school owner, I quite appreciate what they are doing. You are doing well. because to have taken that bold step to organize and get to have a school is an achievement. So I give kudos to every one of them. Beyond that is that we need to think on how to generate more money apart from school fees. Because the tendency for every individual to spend whatever he has around is there. And at any time when there is no money, of course, you spend what you have. I have seen eyebrow school, I have seen middle school, I have seen those at the help trying to at least organize the school. But at any time, there must be an accountant. There must be a professional who is at the helms of affairs. But as a school owner, even the policy, there is a snag in that policy. Right now, if it has not been changed in Lagos State and in some states like that, you want to establish your school, you go ahead to establish your school, whether you are a professional or not. But one thing that is clear is that after 3 years, they will come around for inspection. You invite them to come and inspect. And in the course of that, they require you to have professionals on board. Teachers must be professionals. Your principal must be professional. There is no two way about that. So, making money, establishing a school, newly established, to really make money for salary and all the resources, it has always been a big problem. And solving that problem, I think all the school administrators or school owners must devise a way of buying their textbooks right from the publishers, because they make money from that too. If agents who sell textbooks can make so much money, you can imagine if the school, a particular school, goes directly to the publisher, they will make so much money. Again, the PTA, we talked about it the other time, generating money.
If you have enjoyed the session, kindly subscribe to our YouTube channel at Teachers Tea Room. Thanks for watching.